today on new mindset. Now, what is new mindset? Like Make in India, like Venkatesh Natarajan also spoke about new mindset, new processes, and everything that we can do to make a better India. When we have an aspiration of $30 trillion economy by 2047, you definitely need a new mindset for that. It cannot be possible with your old mindset. So definitely what you can see here is we have our Nasik office is very similar to what you see on the right side. It's a new mindset. And with that new mindset, we want to understand what we need to give up. Because there would be a lot of things that we need to give up. If you see the history, there have been biggest of the companies. We've heard names of Kodak, or we've heard names of Blockbuster, Yahoo, so many big names. Like in India also, Tata Nano got launched and did not work out. Multiple examples are there in India, multi-billion-dollar companies who were such a trendsetter in a certain era. Nokia is a wonderful example that such companies were trendsetters, and they were like everywhere. People were talking about those companies only in those days. At one point of time, I think so, you guys would have used MySpace also, and suddenly MySpace disappeared and Facebook took over. Blockbuster got an offer to acquire Netflix for maybe $1 million or something. They could have actually acquired Netflix for just $1 million. Blockbuster was a $9 billion company at that point of time. Then 65,000 retail stores. You cannot imagine what kind of company it was at one point of time. But with a very, very orthodox mindset. And Netflix got launched at the same time to compete against Blockbuster. And they were not able to compete with Blockbuster because Blockbuster was so successful in DVD rentals. But Netflix understood that the times are changing, and Netflix decided to become a streaming company. And from streaming, Netflix further decided to become an OTT service provider. And when Netflix became an OTT service provider, by that time, Blockbuster was completely out of the market. We understood even a youngster who is maybe 21, 22-year-old can also struggle because of their mindset problem. Now what happens is, like, when we see things outside, we want to copy those, we want to replicate those. When we see someone in the market, or when we see someone in the office carrying an iPhone, no matter how much I earn, I may be earning a minuscule salary in my organization, but I want to carry a iPhone 15 Pro Max in my pocket. Kindly those who are already possessing that kind of an iPhone, please don't take me wrong, but do you definitely deserve that kind of a phone, and on what basis do you reward yourself? Is it only because you have a salary coming into your bank account? So Ashok was also getting a decent salary in his account. Since 2008, he did not buy a car. He has been waiting like, if I deserve, I will definitely get it rewarded. But until and unless I deserve it, I will not reward myself. And today, he got a car to replace his old car because he has earned it. You have to set a certain benchmark that I will reward myself only if I am achieving something. I cannot go ahead and reward myself a meal, or I cannot go ahead and reward myself anything until and unless I have earned it. It is very important for us to change that mindset of quick gratification, instant gratification. How the subconscious mind thinks is, I have done a lot of research on this subject since the time I started going for Vipassana and I started meditating. I understood that there are two people inside us. One is an elephant and the other is an ant. The ant is the one we know ourselves. But there is an elephant inside all of us who is super powerful, who has been there for thousands and thousands of years and who may continue to be there for thousands of years. You don't know how powerful that superhuman inside you is. Because there are ordinary people who are doing extraordinary things, so there is definitely something inside them. There are people who just keep on achieving more and more, and then there are people who think that others are lucky and I am not lucky. There is nothing called luck in this world. So, we were talking about, before we came for this, before the evening started, we were talking about the World Cup match also. India was unlucky that India had to bat first. So there is nothing called unlucky. It is all proper planning. Why Australia keeps on winning is because they have a proper plan in place. They go scientific. They go deep. They study each and every opposition player. Their preparation starts for the final couple of years before playing the final, because that is the effort that they put. They do not gratify themselves, they do not reward themselves until and unless, and even if after winning the competition there is no special recognition. Why does ESDS need to come out of comfort zone, or why all our ESDSians need to come out of the comfort zone? Because as Venkatesh Natarajan sir mentioned, that future is chaotic, future is going to be dangerous also, and future is going to be beautiful also. Future will be beautiful for those who understand what they need to do from today onwards, and future is going to be a disaster for those who will not understand what change needs to be done. We have taken a decision now. A lot of things will be zero driven from here onwards. Zero is going to become your number one number. Zero is not a number, so that's why you have to understand the value of zero. We will use zero code from now onwards. Zero downtime, zero vulnerabilities, and if at all there are nines, then nines would be 99999, 999, 5 nines for uptime. Everything that we want to do will either be in the zero zone or will be in a 99999 zone, and that is the future for ESDS. We have to prepare ourselves to become a number-driven organization. The reason I am saying this today, this day, 28th of November 2023, is going to be a day in our history. It will enter in the books of, not because it's a 20th anniversary, because we are going to bring massive transformation in ourselves. We are going to, like as we had mentioned, we have to become lean. We have to shed a lot of junk that we have accumulated inside us. We have to give up a lot of things. Whatever traditionally we've been doing, there may be certain verticals, business verticals that we should give up. And I am not going to be a decision maker over there. Like Dr. Kalpesh mentioned, that you have to take a decision. So you will step forward, you will analyze, you will improve your consciousness, and then you will think on how are we going to come out of what is stopping us from becoming a great company.